Orlando leading by 3. Working his way from scout to head coach, Jamahl Mosley was a longtime assistant under Rick Carlisle. He has paid his dues, Coach.
Yeah, and Kevin, I really admire the guys that put in the time, as you say, pay their dues and get themselves ready for when they get the opportunity. There's a lot of outstanding younger coaches in this league, and Jamahl Mosley's as good as any of them.
Yep, I would agree. We've got Russell Westbrook. He's out there with Davis. Bird is out there with Ewing. And it's Issel in at the 4 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, last season the Magic extended Coach Jamahl Mosley's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be on and off the court. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising, it's such a tight game. Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Here's Samanic. 5 points in the game.
And how about Cousins' passing ability? For a big, he shares the wealth as well as anybody out there.
Bird outside. Back to Westbrook. Six on the shot clock. Sweet little floater. Westbrook's got 10.
And if anything, Westbrook gets more aggressive against contact inside. He doubles his effort level in response.
Pass to Samanic. A floater, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over. And one thing about Westbrook, he does not have a quiet presence. You know he's out there at every moment, and his production speaks volumes.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. And Stan, after a few down years, the Magic has been recaptured here in Orlando.
It sure has, Kevin. They've had great draft picks. They have a couple of young franchise cornerstones. They've got size. They've got guys who will continue to improve. This team's got a chance to be really, really good going forward.
And Stan, a positive for the Bulls over the last couple seasons. They've really done a good job of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, that's been an emphasis for them. You don't want to beat yourself. So you look up and down the roster, it's a pretty disciplined group, but it's also the kind of thing that can change from year to year.
Now here's Ewing, stolen by Jones. And now Orlando on the break. Here's Samanic. The Magic again can't hit.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here and taken away by Arenas. to Samanic. At the elbow, it's Cousins. Jones against Davis. And here's Arenas outside. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones.
For 3.
Jones has got 4 assists in the game. Westbrook scanning the floor. There's Issel. Pass to Ewing. Over Cousins. Bank shot. No good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here's Westbrook. He's got 12. Outside, Davis. Nice D from Cousins.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
No good that time. Westbrook passes to Issel, and the shot goes down. Issel's got 5 now.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamahl Mosley. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
It's time for Dance Cam. If you see yourself on the big screen, you know what to do. Show us your moves. Keep on dancing. You're offbeat. You have the camera on you.
While we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. The Magic in second.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Here are the Magic now. The lead is 2.
I see him.
Pass to Arenas. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Ewing. Ewing's got his 4th rebound in this one. Bird kicks to Westbrook. Here's Issel. On the wing, Ewing. He's guarded by Cousins. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. Orlando's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Jones, the pass to Hill. Outside, Arenas. Stolen by Westbrook. Goes up and finished off by Westbrook.
Boy, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
At the line for Chicago, Russell Westbrook, shooting 1.
And that one misses. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game. And so two things happened that drove me into coaching. Number one, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way and you're interested.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. Tries to keep it alive. Here's Westbrook. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. The Magic have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Got that one up quick. Samanic has got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Pass to Whistle. It's blocked. Cousins, the pass to Samanic. Hill with it. Cousins, no one around him, hits the jumper in space. And it's a 5-point Orlando lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Orlando.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You gotta love that intensity.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is getting steals, and that can be attributed to their tenacious style defensively.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. He's checked in for Chicago. And the Magic making a change here as well. Harper's checked in. Westbrook passes to Issel. Here's Dampier. He's covered by Arenas. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago to the inside. And it's in there. Bird's got 9 points here in the second half.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Back to Harper. Out to the wing. Here's Samanic. Here's Cousins. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Ewing. Westbrook against Harper. Westbrook passes to Issel. Dampier kicks to Bird. Pass to Dampier. Clock at 6. The 3. And it's Samanic with the rebound. Magic leading by 3. In terms of defense, Greg, the Magic have taken some big steps forward.
Oh, they really have. It was a focus for them last season, and it has paid off. They were the kind of team nobody wants to face, and it led to their first playoff berth since 2020.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Defensive foul.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
Dominic. Third personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Bulls, Dan Issel. One shot.
Hey, Coach, one area the Bulls can struggle with, defending the outside shot.
Yeah, Kevin, they've been very poor the last few seasons on that front. Not closing out, missing assignments. It's strange because they were once elite in that regard under Donovan.
Arenas can't hit. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Westbrook passes to Issel. Back to Westbrook. Hill against Bird. Shot clock at 6 for the lead. It's hauled in by the Magic. Cousins has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Arenas. Puts it up. Buries the jump shot. Arenas has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Now here's Ewing. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
Orlando Ball.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
And it's the Magic with the ball. A 2-point game. And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
To the floor is your 3-1-2 crew.
Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. 5th on the list, the Magic.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoyed playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
Cousins against Ewing. Now here's Cousins. D right on him. Yes, that goes in. Now it's a 4-point Magic lead.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Hill against Bird. Hits the mark. It's tipped. And they get it back. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 6th assist on the night.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Now here's Cousins. 8 points for him. Shoots over Ewing. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Cousins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
If he's not a sure thing in the paint, Cousins is pretty close.
Westbrook against Harper. Bird sets the screen for Westbrook. Inside. Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut back down to 2 points on the basket from Bird.
Yeah, he's been able to turn it around after a rough first half. He's now looking much better offensively.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
To the paint, here's Arenas, and it's Arenas with the jam.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Here's Bird. Rebound by the Magic. Outside, Arenas. Pass to Harper. Back to Arenas. And here is Harper. 6 to shoot. Alley-oop try. Westbrook with the block.
Boy, Westbrook is explosive in everything he does.
For the Magic. Always comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And Larry Nance is subbed in for Hill. Bulls trail by 4. 1:11 left in the third. Now here's Westbrook. 14 points for him. Count it. Good. Sigma's got 8.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Harper against Westbrook. Pass to Samanic. No good on the 3.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Down low. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
A playmaker in every sense of the word. Westbrook is pretty much a walking triple-double.
Here's Arenas. 10 points for him. To the middle. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for the Magic, Ben Wallace. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
You have to admire the physical nature of Wallace's game. On both ends, he puts the power in forward.
And the Bulls making a change here. Davis is checked in. Jones checked in for Orlando. And he's good on the second.
They're ahead, but if they don't get a stop here, that free throw could prove critical.
Harper against Westbrook. Pass to Dampier. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Samanic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper. Samanic has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Magic. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's the Magic up by 4. And we'll get going after this from United Center. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
Yeah, that's great decision-making and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. And so in the game for the Magic, Larry Nance out there with Hill. Then it's Jones. Then there's Harper. And it's Wallace in at the 5 spot. Here is Sigma. Outside, Davis. 5 on the clock. Pass to Baker. Lays it up off the glass.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
Now, here's Harper. Now Jones. He's guarded by Davis. And it's blocked. Here's Dampier. Pass to Sigma. Over Wallace. Sigma, no good. And it's Jones with the ball for the Orlando Magic. The lead is 2. Drives to the hoop. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Dampier, he dishes to Bird. Pass to Davis. Back to Bird. For 3. Nance with the rebound. Nance has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Back to Harper. Now Jones. The kick out to Harper. A 3-pointer, no good.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Dampier. No good that time. Nance with some nice D. Pass to Hill. And that one, good. Hill's got the lead up to 6 now for Orlando.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Bird outside. Larry Nance comes up with the rebound. Nance has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Hill. Shoots from the high post. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Sigma's got 7 rebounds in the game. Bird against Nance. From the arc. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Bird. And here is Hill. Outside, Jones. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Bird looking it over. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Lets a floater go. Grant Hill grabs the miss.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Harper the pass to Wallace. Over Davis. Wallace misses.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player, and I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer. back-to-back national titles in college, and then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said. Catching up on the changes for Orlando. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Wallace. Skinny comes in for Nance, and Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Hill. And both free throws good for Davis. And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, it's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
And you have to honor the three-point shooting of Arenas, a big-time scorer who's shown the consistency from beyond.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
And make some noise for your Chicago Lovables.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. Now, he begged his guys to get after it on the break. He said, let's keep up the tempo, guys. You know how dangerous we are on the break. Be confident with the ball. Take risks. Move it, guys.
Thank you, David. Orlando on D. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Harper against Westbrook. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Here's Dampier. And again, no good by Chicago.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Cousins, no good. Bulls trail by 6. Takes a 3. The putback, it's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Harper up top. He's covered by Westbrook.
Louis Dampier. First personal foul.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
John Starks checked in for Chicago. And a switcher also for Orlando. Nancy's checked in for Jones. Here's Samanic. Shot clock at 5, and he goes in for the dunk.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Westbrook against Harper. Bulls moving the ball around. A shot by Starks, no good. Orlando leading by 6. Here's Samanic, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Westbrook. Ewing, bounce pass. Lets it go from deep. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Nance has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Pass to Harper. Cousins with it. Harper with the ball. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got his 4th assist in this one. Bulls trail by 10. Now Starks. Outside Westbrook. Ewing a screen on Harper. For 3, Westbrook. Rebound by the Magic. Cousins has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
Now here's Nance. Samanic. From down in the low post, it goes. And it's a 12-point Magic lead. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players. And it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
17 foul. Shooting for Orlando, Gilbert Arenas. Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Arenas. So for the Bulls. Bird comes in for Starks. Davis is subbed in for Dampier. The Magic also changing it up. Hill comes in for Larry Nance. And Jones subbed in for Harper. And both free throws good for Arenas.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Westbrook with it. Grant Hill covering.
And the thing about Westbrook, everything he does is explosive. I mean, so difficult to contain.
At the line for 2, Russell Westbrook.
First free throw is good.
Well, we're seeing a different version of him in this half, taking a more direct approach. He didn't have a single free throw in the first half.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And it's the Magic with the ball. Pass to Samanic. Back to Arenas. To the inside. Here's Cousins. Here's Samanic. The tray. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got assist number 5 here tonight.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
On the wing, Davis, defended by Jones. Davis kicks to Bird. Lets the 3 fly. Buries the long-range jumper. Bird's got 31.
Yeah, despite them being behind, he's been impressive. But he can't do it all by himself.
Here's Samanic. Rebound by the Bulls. Well, they've got some work to do to cut into this lead.
And no need to get away from the game plan, though. There's plenty of time to get back in it.
Now, here is Bird. Arenas brings the double team out of bounds. Orlando takes possession.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
Magic leading by 12. Pass to Samanic. Now here's Arenas. Cousins with a screen on Westbrook. And here's Arenas outside. And so Bird will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. And it's Samanic with the rebound. Samanic is... The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Samanic has got 28 points for the game.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away.
See yourself on the screen? You show us the best moves. Let's go. Look at those moves. Somebody doesn't have rhythm. See those moves.
Arenas against Westbrook. Up and in on the layup. Westbrook's got 4 points in the quarter.
And this team encourages Westbrook to look to score inside. You can see why with these results.
Magic leading by 12. Here's Samanic. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And that one is stuffed right through.
A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
Now here's Westbrook. That one drops for him. Westbrook's got 20.
Such a dynamic scorer. When Westbrook gets rolling like this, he's nearly impossible to contain.
Arenas against Westbrook. From outside the arc. Arenas can't hit. Bulls trail by 12. Davis, that's for 2. It's Chicago with another bucket. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. Orlando's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Down low. Here's Samanic. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. That's now 32 points for Skinny.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Magic.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Skinny.
He has really stood out tonight with his work on the glass. You can see the extra effort coming through.
Here's Chicago. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Westbrook missing again. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Skinny.